We need a cool place to have those, you know, cool coffee drinks with the little heart foam on top. Hi guys, it's me, Essie Magic, and today I want to give you the inside scoop on where you can go in LA with your laptop or with your notebook and just get stuff done in a nice, cool environment. Let's face it, we all get really bored of going to Starbucks all the time. We need to change it up. We need a cool place to have those, you know, cool coffee drinks with the little heart foam on top. We need places where people are also working on stuff so we feel that creative energy and, you know, it makes us get more done because everyone else is working on stuff. We need places where we can run into other cool people, possibly network, and just feel like, you know, you're in a thriving creative environment. So in today's video, I want to give you my top 5 spots that I like to go with my laptop to get work done. I find that sometimes I'm just far more productive when I leave my apartment as well. So it's just also a good change of environment, and if you stay in the couch in your apartment too long, there's a strong chance you'll just end up watching something on TV. Whereas if you leave your apartment to go and work somewhere, you'll just probably get more done because there isn't as many distractions and you have, you know, a nice place that you can set up all your computer and your stuff that you need to get stuff done. So before I get into my picks, I want to remind you I release videos every Thursday and Saturday. That's Thursday and Saturday. What do you get when you put that together? An awesome magic experience. So also make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I release new videos. So with that being said, let's get into my picks. So the first place on the list is Alfred Coffee in West Hollywood. So this place is nice and spacious. They have tons of tables that you can set up, you know, bring your backpack or whatever you're carrying with you. It's also great for having meetings with other people. I know I've done that a few times. And also too, they have a really good selection of food. If you're there for a long time in the day, you want to make sure the place you're at has a good selection so you can get a snack or a drink or whatever you want. And yeah, they have healthy foods. They also have fatty foods in terms of like pastries and things like that. But they do have those healthy foods like salads and wraps. And they also have juices. They have, you know, typical coffee. They're known for the merch that says "But First Coffee." So if you ever see someone with a mug like that or a, you know, book like that or whatever, it typically comes from Alfred Coffee. And it's just so big and spacious. Like there's an outside patio that you can sit at if you want to get the warm air, or there's lots of seating inside as well. And the good thing is that when you order your food, it's far from where people sit, so you don't have to worry about people getting in the way ordering their food while you're trying to sit and work. You go down a flight of stairs and that's how you get to where the ordering place is, or the cashier's section. Yeah, so I recommend Alfred Coffee in West Hollywood. The next place on my list is Coral Tree Cafe, and I mentioned Coral Tree Cafe in another video that I filmed where I talked about top 10 restaurants in LA. And there's a reason why I've included Coral Tree Cafe on that list and on this list, just because it's just that great. It's in Brentwood, and the good thing about there is that it's so spacious, and of course they have those cute coffees with the nice foam on top that they'll make for you, and they have a lot of seating, so you never have to worry about finding seating while you're there. And then also too, if you're there all day, you know, they have a really large menu, both healthy and, you know, heavier foods. So if you end up staying for a long time, you can have breakfast, lunch, and dinner there. And they have a lot of desserts if you have a sweet tooth as well. I just love it. It's not too chaotic. There's lots of people working. So when you're there, you feel motivated and inspired to get stuff done too, just because everyone else there has their computer. Yeah, so that is Coral Tree Cafe in Brentwood. The next place on my list is Joe and the Juice in West Hollywood again. I know I always choose places in West Hollywood because it's just such a good place. It's easy to meet people. It's, you know, a good area, and I just love it. I used to live there, so I'm obsessed with it. Okay, anyway, enough about West Hollywood. So anyway, back to Joe and the Juice. So I love this place just because it's centrally located. It's a great place to meet friends and have business meetings. I've met people there for coffee or for lunch a couple times, and every single time it was the perfect location. They also have a cute little back courtyard slash patio if you want to sit and get some fresh air, or you can sit indoors as well. They have seating indoors and outdoors, and then they have a very healthy menu too, because one thing that can happen when you go to a lot of these places is that you end up eating too much junk food because, you know, it's the most convenient thing there. But this place is known for their smoothies, they're known for their flatbread sandwiches, so definitely a good healthy selection, and of course they have coffees and things like that. Forbes magazine actually called them the next Starbucks one time, so there's an endorsement for them. So yeah, if you're looking for a place to have a meeting with friends, or even if you just want to go by yourself with your computer or your notebook or whatever, it's a great place to go to. So the next place on my list is called Bricks and Scones, and it is a really cool place. It looks like a house. When you go inside, there's like a spiral type of staircase to go up. You can sit upstairs or downstairs, but it just feels very warm and housey, and like there's even a chandelier at the top like a house would have, and it's huge. They have a huge patio section outside the front, so you can sit outside and meet someone for breakfast or lunch or whatever, for coffee, or you can sit inside if you're someone who wants to really focus and not be distracted. They have tons of seating indoors as well. It's located just south of Hollywood, so it's centrally located, and yeah, it's just a really cool environment. Also in that same area is Larchmont Village, which is another cool kind of area that has, you know, restaurants and things like that for you to meet people for coffee or lunch. So even if you don't end up going to Bricks and Scones, there's a lot of cool little places in that area that you can hang out and, you know, do fun stuff. And I forgot to add that they do have both breakfast and lunch foods. Again, a good variety. That's always important. If you're gonna be somewhere for a long time, you definitely need to have a good variety of foods on the menu. Honestly, that is one of the biggest turnoffs for me. There's one place I went to one time and the menu was so small, I'm like, I am not coming to this cafe ever again, because if I'm gonna be here for hours, I need to have a good selection of things to keep me nourished. The next place on my list, and the final one on my list, last but not least though, this place is still just as good as the others, it is Cafe Mac in Koreatown. And I know what you guys are thinking. You're like, oh, she never chooses anywhere, you know, in Koreatown, and finally she's chosen somewhere in Koreatown. Yes, I've opened my eyes to Koreatown, and there's a lot of cool spots there. And one of the things that I found there is a really cool work spot cafe called Cafe Mac, and it's huge. It's very big. It also kind of looks like a house inside with like mismatching seating and chairs. They have a really large menu as well. It's Asian inspired, or I'd say a mix of half and half Asian inspired foods with like American foods. So whatever you're feeling like, they definitely have something there for you. It is a very popular cafe. Even if you check the Google rating, it's very high rated, and it is packed. It gets a lot of people in there. I would say the only negative about this place is that it can get really full. So if you go at the wrong time, you might end up not being able to find a seat right away. But if you're by yourself, normally you can. Either way, I've been to a couple meetings there where we were a big group, and it was, you know, it was great for that reason. And also, the number one reason why I included Cafe Mac on the list is because of the fact that it's open late, which is really hard to find in general, a place that's open past 10 o'clock. Cafe Mac is open until 1 a.m. every single day of the week. So if you are a serious hustler trying to get things done, motivated, you know, to be your best self, to be productive, to stop procrastinating, then this is the perfect spot for you. Because when you're on a roll, the last thing you want to hear is the employee telling you, we're closing in 10 minutes. That sucks when you're on a roll. So Cafe Mac is a great place where you can just get stuck in what you're working on and, you know, just keep going and going and being productive. So yeah, Cafe Mac in Koreatown. So that's it for my list of my favorite cafes in LA to get work done in. I want to hear from you guys. Where do you like to go to, get stuff done? Do you prefer to stay at home, or do you like to go to a cafe like I do? Do you find you work better in a cafe type environment? Comment below, let me know your experiences as well, and when you feel you're most productive. I do want to also let you know that if you enjoyed what was in this video, you found it helpful, I do also have a group called lagoals.com, which has way more information than what I gave in this video. It gives tips on how to succeed in LA, where to go in LA for certain things, what to do when you want to move to LA. So it's for both people who want to move to LA or who are already here trying to make it in LA. We have articles and guides. We have group monthly chats every month where you can ask me any questions live. We also have events. I post gigs and opportunities and things I find in the area to help you succeed. Pretty much LA Goals is where it's at. Lots of like-minded individuals as well. If you want to meet people who have that same mind frame of going for their dreams, then this group is for you. So yeah, lagoals.com, #LAGoals. With that being said, I do want to remind you I release videos every Thursday and Saturday, so make sure you subscribe. If you're new here, I live being magic every single day, and if you want to be a part of this magic way of life, join the family, join the magic life, and also subscribe so that you don't miss out on the videos I release, and hit the notification bell. With that being said, I hope that you keep being magic. Bye!